fishing guide and hunting guide for 22 years at a place called Atlookan. My great-grandfather was a guide there. My grandfather was a guide there. And my brothers, the four of us guided there. 2 years ago, my son was guiding there. It was 5 generations of guiding at that place. I did stuff like this, cutting fish, cooking for them. I guided people from Asia, Germany, France, Italy, overseas, New Zealand. Those guys are good fly fishermen in New Zealand. Holy man, I was very impressed.
So where do you meet them?
Right?
Where do you meet them? Like, are they tourists or?
Yeah, they tourists, they come up. I had a doctor that came up almost every year. I don't know what happened to him. He used to come up every year, and I used to go guide him every year. And he had a son with him. All of a sudden, that boy is bigger than me and taller than me. Holy smokes, I was surprised. After 22 years, I finished. I was done. The streak had ended. I would go there, when I was working, I would go there for my holidays or my breaks at work. I'd go be a guide so my streak would be alive. But one year, I got stuck in Toronto. I was going to school there, and I was going in London, Ontario. I was at a school there, and it was a tough choice: school or keep the streak alive. And I picked school, and I'm glad I picked school. It was a big. I kind of felt, how do you say, incomplete when I lost my streak.
Oh, okay.
But it was worth it, and I went to school for what I wanted to do, and I'm still doing it. Like, I'm helping people, and I work with people, I work with kids, and I teach them stuff like this, and I talk about stuff living here, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is where I live, this is where I grew up. Hunting, fishing, surviving. Ever since I was a little boy, I remember riding coming out of that creek, going to where we just came from fishing on a dog sled team. I was just a little boy. I can remember riding on a dog sled team. There was this big brown dog that was leading. His name was Brownie. And right beside him was Blackie. I can remember the dogs pulling me. We were heading up to check the traps, and we had a camp up in Wapsie Lake. That's a good day's ride over there with dogs. It was interesting. I used to see my grandfather run beside the dog sleds team. My grandma in the back holding the sleigh like this. It was beautiful living.
How long ago was that?
Probably when I was 9 years old. I'm now 49. Like 40 years ago. That was beautiful living. I still remember that. And watching my parents and my grandparents cut fish. Right? They just handed me a fish and said, "Go, watch me, then do it."
Yeah, you did a really good job in here.
Finished.
You caught how many fish?
I don't know how much we caught. That's
16,
14, 15.
15.
15, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well,
That's 30 fillets.
30 fillet. Yeah, that's
I
good.
teach that to the kids too, right? When I do stuff like this. So
Yeah.
it's 2 times 5. Oh, damn, you make it to it, right? And then you
Right.
show them what they ate.
Exactly.
When you cut up your first fish, you show them what they're eating.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, you know what to throw out there, right, for your hooks.
Right.
You know, if they're eating minnows, then you throw out your banjo minnows and stuff like that, your jigs.
Right. Yeah. And the banjo. Wow.
But that's how I like living.
Fantastic, Leo.
Thank you,